Steve Furniss truly understands and lives the world of aquatics. As a former Olympic swimmer from one of the most accomplished aquatic families in the world, he also has close ties with the triathlon world. But his lifelong commitment to the athletes and his deep interest in creating a corporate culture that puts athletes and his customers first is what sets Steve apart. He has been a leader all his life, from his days on the NCAA championship teams at USC to being named captain of the most successful team in Olympic history, the 1976 U.S. Olympic swim team. Steve loves testing and creating new products and bringing unique marketing angles to the aquatics and triathlon worlds. Consequently, Steve has stood apart his entire career. Listen now to Steve Furniss as he humbly describes his company, his reason for creating the TIER culture, and his continuing desire for pushing the envelope with innovation and style. The native Southern Californian explains TIER, his legacy to the aquatic world. If you're looking for a case study of successfully serving the aquatics community worldwide, you need look no further than Steve Furniss.
Welcome to Open Water Wednesday. Hello, we're here with Steve Furniss, founder of TIER. And Steve, us in the open water swimming world have known your products for years and years and years. We've used them, and we just want to ask you a few questions about your company. How and why did you ever start TIER Sports?
It's probably too long a story for this segment, but my first job was with Adidas, as people would know, the shoe company, and one of their divisions later in the U.S. with Arena, which is a swimwear brand. And I spent about 8.5 years with them in a number of positions in marketing and sales. And there was a certain point where I saw an opportunity that the market that they and others at that time were serving were really moving away from the hardcore competitive set and moving more into lifestyle and leisure swimwear. And I really felt there was an opportunity, and particularly the core team and the core competitive swimming for a brand that really focused on that particular segment and wasn't pulled off track by the leisure and fashion world. And actually some people that I had worked with approached me about starting a company with them. I actually didn't get together with them, but was kind of intrigued with the idea and left on my own. And actually with a gentleman I'd worked with a number of years from the design end, Joe DiLorenzo, we had always talked about, well, if we were going to start up and got a company together, we should, do it together. So that's exactly what we did. And we really filled a niche in that period. How we were able to survive and exist was serving the core team community and the core performance community and just addressing their needs.
How old were you when you started?
32.
32? Mm-hmm. And how many years have you been?
Well, we've been 25 years, so that makes me a lot older.
Yeah. And looking back at your career, has it been stressful, enjoyable? You're around healthy young athletes a lot of times, and your products are used by people young and old.
I would say that's an easy one for me to answer. I mean, how many people, we all have a love for our sport, and swimming's not one of those sports where there's a lot of career opportunities outside of going the coaching route. There really aren't a lot of commercial opportunities. I was a marketing major at USC. To have the opportunity to work at something you really love and to make a living out of it is just a wonderful thing. I mean, there isn't a day I go to work where I think, hey, we all have to work, but when you have a passion for something, it seems a little less like work. And it's really interesting. You get be around people that a sport you love and people you've known and love. So from that standpoint, it's never, there is stress, no question. There's always stress. We're in the apparel sides of the business. It's a very fast-moving business, a lot of change to it. But from a standpoint of fulfillment or satisfaction, it's always been rewarding. It's been a wonderful. I'm blessed in my life to have had this opportunity. Really am, truly am.
Yeah. And then when you started the company, did you want the company to have a certain culture, a certain way that your employees acted and spoke and conducted themselves out on the pool decks? And
absolutely. My swimming career, most things that I found in business are transferable from athletics. In particular, my particular background, having played water polo and swam, most of my having been involved in sports, a lot of things that I apply in business obviously came from the values I learned in sport. I learned a great deal when I was at USC about building team culture from Peter Daland and how he did it, and I didn't realize it at the time, but I began to realize it, particularly as I matured and had a business. I understood the value of having every business has a personality, has a specific culture that's unique to it. It's formed by the people that are in that company, obviously that lead that company, but also the people in it, and tradition, values play a huge part of how a company is going to conduct itself, how it sees itself, and how other people inside the organization will act. If it's going to be a real competitive environment, if it's going to be very service-minded, there are certain core values that we always tried to instill in terms of building relationships, working with integrity. We are very competitive. I will say we're always competitive, but that comes from sport, and we don't look at competition as a negative thing. We look at it as a positive thing.
yeah.
Thank you for watching Open Water Wednesday. See you next week.